What's up? How's it going today, man? Your boy Sav, your boy Savage. Um, so I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't owe anybody, I don't owe any fan base respect. I don't owe Chief fans respect. You know, I respect the aspect that they won a Super Bowl, but I don't owe the fan base anything. I don't owe one single Chief fan any respect. You know, so what up, Robert? What's good with you, my homie? My high salute. What up, Billy Scott? You know what it is, man. When you coming back out here, Billy Scott, what's good with you, man? Come back out to the sector, man. Come visit the Savage. I'll be out in Cali though too. June. So I made, I had did a crow for the Chiefs after their Super Bowl, and I made some statements about the Chiefs fan base, and there's Chiefs fans that took that personal, and decided to let me know that I'm trying to spit negativity on their championship. I'm trying to bring down, their Super Bowl atmosphere and their parade. I'm raining on their parade. Well, let me tell you like this, bro. I only speak what I've experienced in the physical form. Like, I don't owe your fan base, and I don't have to say, oh, the Chiefs fan base is the best fan base out there. Now, you got multiple Chief fans crying about because I said the fairy tale kingdom. You got people actually mad and triggered that I said the fairy tale fan base of Kansas City Chiefs. That's not no false statement. Yes, there is real Chief fans. There is people that represents Chiefs with the real loyalty, the real faith. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like the Chiefs fan base is like the best fan base I ever seen, came across, experienced. And people are asking me, where do you get this? Where do you get this aspect of, you know what I'm saying? The Chiefs being this great fan base, bro, because I've actually lived in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. I actually lived by Arrowhead, 5 minutes away from Arrowhead, by Prospect. I was throughout the whole city, and I've actually went to work in Kansas City, Kansas at the Amazon. I had to cross the city lines to go to work. I was out there in the physical form. I'm not just speaking from basically being in Denver and then just hating the Chiefs. I've actually been in the experiments, the physical form of the city limits, going to Prospect, going to the Plaza, going all throughout that city that they call the show me state, and there's not really anything to show me. And when I was out there in the physical form, Chief fans were not turned up. They were not all spirited. You didn't even really see people out there rocking Chiefs gear, if you really want to know. They were not like how they are, all on this loud mouth, acting like they have that's the last word, that they have to get every word and everybody has to listen to them. They didn't have no spirit, homie. Let's be real, bro. What are you guys showing? What were you guys showing out there, that your whole city is pretty much run down? The 20s, I don't know if you even know what that is, the city limits, the neighborhood, the 20s and the 30s. What were they showing, bro? That they don't have no development in the city, that it's a run dump? That's what they were showing? The show me state? Get out of here, homie. I don't got to pretend. But let's not pretend, because the simple fact is, bro, when I was out there, the Royals came off the championship in baseball, and that's what they were all about, the Royals. There was no Chiefs spirit. I walked through that city, bruh. I was all throughout your city, and there was nobody talking stuff to me over me wearing Broncos gear all throughout the city, and nobody talked stuff. If you really want to know, I was out there and people were super Bronco down because the Broncos had just came off of a Super Bowl, and everybody was on the bandwagon of the Broncos at that time in Kansas City, Missouri. I would go to their supermarkets and Walmart, which they only have 2 Walmarts throughout the whole city, and people will be mile high saluting homie, talking about let's go Broncos. But I never got, a question about it of the Chiefs. Let me see. Mahomes is the GOAT. Bow down to the red. We don't bow down, bro. You guys, it took you 50 plus years to get that one ring, homie. Ain't nobody bowing down to you. Just saying Mahomes is bad. Yeah. And then you woke up. You know what I'm saying? The 1-2 difference is Mahomes is he's literally catered by the refs. John Elway was never catered by no refs. And you walking in the shoes, the shadow of Broncos country because it took you so long to catch up, homie. And another thing is, bro, our runs, we went through Arrowhead and we went to your stadium and took your cookies in the playoffs in 97. You ain't never came out here and took the cookies in a playoff game to go to the Super Bowl. So, you know what I'm saying? You bow down to the almighty Broncos country, little dude. First Pats fam. Yeah, and that's another thing is, the catering of the NFL to Patrick Mahomes, that's what it's all about. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing, homie. You got the NFL quarterback of the league, and we ain't gonna let's not make these excuses. You know what I'm saying? We gave them their credit. Fools is giving their credit. Everybody's giving them their credit. But when you sit up here and you try to act like you got a fan base, bro, you guys in the 2013, 2012, your stadium was half empty and you were putting bags over your head, homie. So let's not act like the fan base is super turned up. Come on, bro. You ain't never not in the history of the NFL I could ask anybody in this comment section, have you ever seen a Chief fan in your city limits before the Patrick Mahomes era? Never, homie. Nobody ever even knew what a Chief fan was till the Patrick Mahomes era. And then after Patrick Mahomes, then you start seeing all the bandwagons. And don't get mad about it. If you're not a bandwagon, don't be in your sissy lala and be all in your vagina, bro, about it. Take it with pride and know that you a real fan. But don't get on your vagina, start crying about, bro, you're taking away from the fan base. We're the loudest fans in the NFL. Fool, don't you know your stadium is built to hold in noise? You're not the loudest fans in the NFL. Anybody can go to your stadium and make that much noise because your stadium is built like that, bruh. Their stadiums, the architect built the stadium to be that loud. You're not special. Come on, bro. You haven't even been selling out games since the 90s. And you gonna think you special? Relax. What up, Jordan? The Chiefs need one more Super Bowl to become a dynasty. Yeah, and until you do it, don't talk about it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be 100, homie. Let's be 100 with it, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I walked through your city. I walked through your city. I was through your city. Do you even know what the city limits is? I was on Nob Hill, right by Prospect Street, right by your hoods, 5 minutes from Arrowhead. And not one fool used to talk stuff to me about wearing Broncos gear all throughout the city of Kansas City, Missouri. I walked through your city. Your city was dead. Your city was dead with the spirit of Kansas City Chiefs. Your city was dead because of the simple fact is the whole city limits is dead. Everybody in Kansas City, Missouri is poor. There's nothing going on in Kansas City, Missouri. No development. It's all boarded up. There's nothing. You ain't showing nothing. That's why it means a lot to the real faithful, and much respect to the real faithful. Much respect to the fools that's been through thick and thin. But we're not going to act like every Chief fan's been through the thick and thin, because that's a fabrication. That's all false. That's all fairy tales, bro. Because in my city, it doesn't even matter, bro. You're going to have people still going to games. In my city, Broncos country, look at this last game, homie. Sell out. We still were turning up like a postseason game because the Broncos mean something to the city of Denver. You guys can act like it means something to Kansas City, Missouri, but when Kansas City, Missouri, and they don't have the Chiefs to fulfill that, your spirit's dead like the city. The city is dead like the fans. And that's all I'm saying. But big ups, respect to the real fans. Big ups, respect to the fans that's been there. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to act like every fan in that city's been there because that's not true at all. You know what I'm saying? And I know the people that touch nerves, they're the people that I'm exactly talking about. The ones that get triggered by this is the fans that actually became new Chief fans after the Patrick Mahomes era. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Y'all better stop with all this. Let me see. Enjoy the Super Bowl celebration. Nobody talking about the plant penalties, and that's another thing. But they have to have their time to shine, bro. But my thing is, bro, is you can't take away from the Super Bowl. Definitely, they did. They. It takes a lot to win a Super Bowl. It takes a lot to win a Super Bowl. But I'm not gonna sit up here and give them this credit about this fan base thing, because of the simple fact is, bro, is I would say about 40 to 50% of them dudes was real fans, not the whole 100%, not even 90, not even 80, not even 70, 60. I maybe say 50. Because when I was out there, it was dead. When I was out there, it was dead. You can't tell me nothing. I lived out there. I used to go from Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas City, Kansas, Bronco down, paying the whole city orange and blue, and fools didn't talk no stuff to me. There was nobody giving me hassle. There was nobody making it hard for me wearing Broncos gear in that city. I would catch fools in Broncos gear all the time. Like, let's not play it like this is just a great fan base. Like it's the kingdom. Kingdoms crumble, bruh. Yeah, that's cool. And there's no connection. You live in Florida, bro. You from Florida, Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Florida. Come on, there's no connection, bro. That's why it's like it's hard to see that. And I'm not saying you're not a real fan, but it's hard to see that and say, hey, bro, this fool is really a authentic Kansas City Chief fan. Because outside of Kansas City, Missouri, bro, before the Patrick Mahomes era, you didn't see Chief fans anywhere, bro. Come on, bro. Let's be serious. So when did you come on see, you're saying you love Mahomes, so that goes to show you might be a Mahomes fan, not a Chief fan, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. I can't hate Mahomes after what he did to the Eagles. No, he's a phenomenal player. I'll give him his credit, my homie. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him his credit, but I'm not even talking about really the Chiefs team. I'm talking about these fans that act like they've been around forever, homie, and they just came out the woodworks, and they expect me not to say something about the fan base, the fraudulent fan base. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, we got to talk about it. There's fake fans in every fan base, but there's certain teams that just got these fans that just now they're all over all of a sudden when nobody's seen this. This was a thing that just popped up everywhere. And I guarantee in every city and state, you probably can catch a Chief fan, a Chief fan. And this never was ever. It was never a thing before. You know what I'm saying? But now everybody's somehow a Chief fan. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Let's speak about it. Real fans deserve something good and not these bad. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, homie, for realizing and really putting it out there, bro, that the real fans deserve it. The real fans deserve it 100%. As a Bronco fan, bro, I'm going to be 100% real. When Peyton Manning was here, homie, I didn't acknowledge all these fools that said they were Bronco fans because you didn't go through the thick and thin of this Mile High magic. You didn't go through the thick and thin when we had Kyle Orens and we had Jake Plumbers and Jake Cullers and Brian Greaseys and Bubby Bristers. You didn't go through none of that, bro. So you don't really deserve to walk in the shoes of a real Bronco fan. And I called them out all the time. And that's what I expect to real fans to do. Call out the fools that are fake, the fraudulent, bro. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ghost? What's good with you, my homie? I hate Mahomes after what he did. I can't hate. Yeah, real fans deserve it. You already know Corey, what's good, my homie. Robert, you already know Ghost Rada. I know one fan at the but it's like my thing is, bro, is like Patrick Starr, man. Like you would. That you're showing your true colors. You said you were a Mahomes fan. See, ain't no real Chief fan ever gonna say I'm a Mahomes fan. A Chief fan's gonna say I'm a Chief fan. Mahomes is not here. I'm still riding. So that's you're exposing yourself at the moment. I never would say I'm a John Elway fan. I would say I'm a Bronco fan. I would never say I'm a Peyton Manning fan. I would say I'm a Bronco fan and Peyton Manning plays for the Broncos. You putting players over your team. So you're kind of exposing yourself as we speak. That's why you're on here, bro. Trying to prove your loyalty. But hey, everybody's seeing right through it. You know what I'm saying? I know. See, there we go. I know one Chief fan at the bus that is a diehard Chief fan since 1962 and see his team. And yeah, see, my high salute to him for sure. They're not KC fans. They're Mahomo, and he like the homie on here. Patrick Starr, whatever his name is. He just exposed us out. He said he's a Mahomo fan because ain't no real Raider fan ever gonna say I'm a Carr fan. And it's Carr. It's Carr. I love Carr. They're gonna say I love the Raiders, right? Because it's the team before any player, bro. I never was a fan of this team because of a player. I never was a fan because of a color or this or that, bro. I was a fan because it's embedded in me. I'm a generational fan, bro. I'm a real one. I really live the Broncos lifestyle, thick through thin through. Because that's the thing about it is, bro, is when they get bad again, where you gonna beat in? You gonna be on to the next player that has some good stats? You gonna beat them spiteful, despicable people that we all talk about that we can't stand. Come on, homie. You know what I'm saying? See lots of Bucks fans in my timeline since Brady. Yeah, and why Bucks Skull? Why do they deserve to actually eat the fruits of the hard labor of your team when you've been here the whole time? That's the thing is, bro. You already know, Ghost Rider. Let's get it. Fact, Sev. It's Broncos all day, regardless who we are. Shield. Yeah, before any player. Forget a player, because once they're gone, they're not a player to me no more unless they really did something for the squad, and I'm still going to ride with the Broncos regardless. I'm wrong like a motherfucker, but got no jumper. You know what I'm saying? You're good, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to learn how to stick loyal to the squadron, bruh. Maybe you need to learn how to stick to the squadron, not to a player. That's all I'm saying is, bro, if you're a new Chief fan and you bandwagon, just in recent era, maybe after this, you'll finally, grow into some big boy pants and really be a grown man and stick loyal to the squad. Because right now you just riding on the wave of Patrick Mahomes, and that's not what a real fan is, Rada. That's not what a real fan is. Real fans are the ones that go through every trial and tribulation. If you can't tell me the history of the Chiefs, and some real legendary Chief players, you don't get that. You don't get that glory of a Super Bowl. You still underneath everybody else that's real fans. Jesus, you need Jesus, bro. We gonna pray for you, Rada. You know what it is, Miss Thang. Much respect. You know what it is, man. My Kansas City Broncos sister. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say, man. When I put out that video of crowing, and see, that's how slow some Chief fans are. They couldn't even celebrate the Super Bowl. They were so worried about what I was saying about the fan base, bro. Instead of taking me crowing up and saying respect to you for winning the championship, y'all was more worried about what I was saying about fake Chief fans. You couldn't even celebrate the victory. You worried more about me saying fake Chief fans. So is it touching nerves? Do you feel some type of way about it because deep down you're that type of individual? You might not be a real Chief fan, you know what I'm saying? Then that's your problem. That ain't my problem. I'm just talking about what's the truth. I'm talking about the fake from the real riders that stick with their teams to the fake ones that just jumped on the bandwagon. And there's always bandwagon when a team succeeds. And it's not bad to say I'm a real fan and I'm going to call out the fakes, because that's what real fools do. They don't just acknowledge all the fakes. They say, hey, bro, you wasn't a real fan. You wasn't around when my team was struggling. You don't deserve this. You're not a real kingdom member. You're not real Broncos country. You're not the real nation when they're doing good, because we went through the thick and thin. We went through the thick and thin. Not you. Not you. You was on the sideline, homie. You jumped on the wagon. You don't know anything about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What up, Jay Millie? What's good with it? Rada. Yeah, since Brady could not see game last 3. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, my dudes. Like, be real, bro, and don't personalize what I say when I say the fake Chief fans, bro. If you ain't a fake Chief fan and you're the real, then I'm giving you respect. I'm saying I respect your fandom, much respect to your Chiefs, but I'm not saying that to every fool that says he's a Chief fan. I didn't say it to every fool that said he was a Patriot fan. Because we all know, look at that fan base and how many fools done turn their back on the Pats. And now some Pat fans are from other teams. Big example. I know Pats fans out here that came and moved to Denver, and now they're not even Pats fans no more. They said they were riding with Broncos. And what was the first thing that Savage said? You're not riding with the Broncos around me. You ain't no Bronco fan because Russell Wilson's here. Come on, bro. Because I'm not going to acknowledge that, bro. I'm not going to acknowledge that fraudness, because the first train out the city cooking, they're going to be on that first train, hopping on the next foods that's goods bandwagon, bro. And that's not a good look. That's not honorable. That's not respectable. And this is from a real life fan of different things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope everybody's blessed, man. I hope everybody's blessed. You know, it's crazy, man, because life right now, look at it. It was just sunny yesterday, and now it's snowing outside, you know? And that's how fast things change, bro. More losing seasons than any other franchise. Bucks history, when WWE won Super Bowl, gave bandwagon no respect. You know, I did, because you beat up the Chiefs. You beat up the Chiefs. Respect to all the real riders, regardless which team. When KC ride falls, watch how many. Bro, AJ Millie, bro, I lived out in that city. And I lived out in Kansas City, Missouri. I was all throughout the Missouri area. I went to Kansas City, Kansas to work. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the plaza. I was by Prospect Street. I was by the broken down Home Depot by Bentha Street, bro. I was all throughout that city by the 20s, the 30s, homie. And when I was out there, there was no spirit of the Chiefs fan base. There was no spirit, bro. I walked through that whole city in Broncos gear every single day just because I knew I was in Kansas City, Missouri, and not one fool was talking stuff to me. There was one fool at the Amazon in Kansas City, Kansas. Basically, he gave me some hassle because of Jamal Charles, bro. But every day, bro, somebody would be Mile High saluting me, Bronco Mile High salute, like, oh, I'm a Bronco fan too. And I'd be like, why are you a Kansas City, Missouri Bronco fan? And I didn't take them fools as real. And I'm not going to say there's not no real Bronco fans in Kansas City, Missouri, but what I'm taking now is everybody jumped on the Kansas City Chiefs bandwagon. Even them fools that were riding the Broncos bandwagon, them fools jumped on that Kansas City Chiefs bandwagon, bro. And that's why I never accepted them. Just because they represent my logo, I don't accept that shit. You already know Bantha. What's up, my homie? My salute. See, he a real one, bro. He a real one. There's some real ones in here. All you fake fools that jumped on these bandwagons, bro, look at the panel. Some real riders for their teams, bro. And I only could respect it. There's nothing I can say disrespectful to the real riders, bro. And I was happy for the real Kansas City Chiefs fan base that really got to really endure the success. Because all real fans deserve to see their team in the pinnacle of a championship. All real fans that actually go through it, through thick and thin, that's been there, you guys deserve to see a real championship in your city. What you represent, bro, you deserve it if you were there for the thick and thin. But all you other fools that came around when it was just good and you only know the good aspect, bro, you don't really deserve that shit. Don't try to paint this picture like you a loyal ass fan, because I'm gonna eat through that shit. All the real fans is gonna eat through that shit ASAP. 5.2 seconds. We ain't go. That's fraudulent, bro. We will eat through that and we will see through that. In the Vegas area. What's good, Rada? Hey, just cooling, man. People was triggered by what I was saying about the fraudulent Chief fans. Gave dues to the real ones, but people were mad because I said the fraudulent kingdom that I never seen ever in my life. I never seen a Kansas City Chief fan in my city, Denver, Colorado. But now the last 3 years, I'm seeing Chief fans. What? Man, where and when did we ever have a Chief fan in this city of Denver? You know, and now you're seeing them and you're trying to tell me there's not a bandwagon. You better go play in traffic, bruh. That's all fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? You already know what up. Depressed. I really see how many bandwagon fans they had when we played them in Super. Yeah, bro. And I could tell you firsthand, bro. I walked through that city and never seen them like I do now. In that city, bro, they were quiet. They were quiet in their own city, and maybe they were like, it's just not the football season. But, out here in Denver, I could say there's a lot of transplants, but you still going to see people in Bronco gear. You still going to see somebody have a Bronco hat on. Even these last 7 years, the Broncos been terrible. You still see people riding with Broncos gear. You still see people with Bronco hats on. You still see fools live about the Bronco tattoos. Like, there's no excuse. I didn't see that when I was in Missouri. I didn't see fools all danked out in Kansas City Chiefs attire. Man. Facts, what's up? What up, my Rada? What's good with you, man? Do Sav, what's good with you, my homie? How you been, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. My high salute to the little homie, man. You already know. Hey, I got kicked out of them apartments where I seen you in the maintenance that day, bro. But I just wanted to share my thoughts, man. Like, last thing I want to say, man, don't personalize it, man. Don't personalize it. If that ain't you, I'm not speaking to the real fans. I'm speaking to the fraudulent ones, homie. I'm speaking to the ones that don't deserve the championships, don't deserve to feel good, don't deserve it. Because you don't. You don't deserve it because you were not there through the thick and thin, homie. You were not there. It was not a real lifestyle to you. It's some stuff that's made up, and you seen the way that it's good, and now you hopped on and you feel good about yourself because you can say, we're champions, bro. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Real fandom is a lifestyle, not just football season. 100%, bro. It's 100%. You know what I'm saying? That's why the real ones, bro, like we you don't gotta be tattooed to be a real fan, but this is branded for life, bruh. These are branded for life. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't even have to wear Broncos gear and people see my tattoos and they be like, oh, you're a Bronco fan? Hell yeah, I'm branded, fool. I put this on my skin. This ain't never going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to have a tattoo of your team, but that's how deep it is. It runs in the family, bro. We literally die. We literally shedding tears for the squad. We go through every aspects and we still hold it with the utmost, with the pride and that proudness, bro. If my team is 0-16, I might be depressed, but I still get up. It's still Broncos country, and it's a proud member of that. The Rams looked like they had Missouri on lock when they was in St. Louis instead of Kansas. Who's better there? I think honestly, bro, to be truthful, the Rams, St. Louis Rams, that was the first time that franchise ever was done. The greatest, the greatest on turf, the greatest show on turf. That was the first time the Rams were ever anything, bro. And they went back to LA. They were the LA Rams, but they were successful when they went to St. Louis, and then they went to over there back to LA, and they're successful again. I don't know, bro. I seen it. I seen that Raider Ben. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it's such a deeper meaning, bro. It's not just no football. It's not something that we just do. Like you said, it's all around year thing we do, and we will never stop it, homie. It will never come out of us. I don't know how many. I don't care how many times I say, I'm done with football right now, bro. But when it cracks off and my team's on the line, bro, and we're watching, even if it's terrible football, I'm still there. I'm still embedded. I cannot go a game without being embedded what's going on, bro. Just wait till the Broncos turn this around. And hopefully, Shy, bro, like you're another one, bro. You in North Carolina and you come out here to the training camps. That's dedication. I was with you last year. You came from North Carolina all the way out here, dedicated. I wear my Broncos gear all year round. And in my I salute, do it all throughout that city, man. Don't let them try to break any aspect, bro. Sis, it's wild, but yeah, I just thought I had to get on here and let it be known. I'm not personally attacking the whole fan base, the whole Chiefs fan base. I can't let it be known that everybody out there deserves the ring. I can't say, hey, you guys are all real fans, because it's not the truth. I'm not gonna play like it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? One thing I could say about this, man, and this is an example from my city, you know, and I'm gonna be 100. My whole life, there was only two other teams that were out here in Denver that I seen their fans, you know, and you know, the Raiders fans. I've always seen Raider fans out here in the Denver Metro. I've always seen, you know, Cowboy fans sometimes, but you know, I can vouch that the Raiders fans, a lot of loyal fools. That's a fan base that has a lot of loyal fools. You know, Green Bay Packer fans, a lot of loyal fools. Steelers, you know, halfway, but they got a lot of loyal fools to, you know what I'm saying, the Steelers fan base. Broncos country, because I'm embedded with the community, a lot of loyal fools. You see our sellout streaks. You see people still going to games when Broncos are terrible. And that's just the dedication of the aspect. Now, when it came to Kansas City, there was some loyal fools and there was fools that really represented it, you know, but I was expecting more fools to actually be, and this is when Kansas City Chiefs were going to the playoffs. I was expecting draft parties. I couldn't even find a draft party in Kansas City, Missouri when it was draft day. I told the homie, like, you guys don't do draft parties out here? Because in Denver, there's hundreds of draft parties. Nah, we wait till the football season. I'm like, well, what actual city says that they're a football city and don't have draft parties? So Kansas City Chief fans don't meet up to go to draft parties, to go watch the draft together? Like, where's that at? I'm going over there, Bronco down. Nah, bro, I don't know. That was the first indication I knew it's not a football city. And people were rocking Royals all day. That's one thing I could say. It was a Royal city. A lot more Royal fans than Kansas City Chief fans. Now I don't know, because everybody's on the bandwagon out there. So, you know, and like I said, they was never talking stuff to the Savage. They didn't ever come up and say, forget the Broncos, our donkeys, or this and that. I had to initiate conversation with fools that had Chief stuff on. And it was not like they were all spirited up. They were not all rah, rah, rah like you see them now. I wear my Broncos gear. I wear my Chiefs. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Do your thing, man. Represent your squads, guys. For real, though. Yeah, Ben, you know, there's always, I can always recall, homie. I can recall that there was Raider fans I've seen my whole life out here. I'm not saying they're like overtook the city, but I can always say, man, I seen a Raider fan. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't say they don't know all the history. And I seen a fool with a Kenny Sabler shirt on, taking out trash, bro, destroying the Kenny Sabler jersey. And I'm like, hey, bro, you know who? You know you shouldn't be doing anything in that jersey. That's a legendary player from your squad. He didn't really know who Kenny Sabler was, but they always had a presence out here in Denver, bro. I was there for the firings. I was there because you know, bro, you know what it is to be a real fan. You're a real fan. It's not even something you have to show. It's something that you're embedded with, bro. It's something that comes natural to you because you're a real fan. You don't have to announce it every single day and make a presence and act like you're one of them females that got beat by her husband. Now she got to voice. You don't have to do that because it's you. It's not what's present out there. It's in you. It's embedded in you, bro. I feel like we are destined to meet the Broncos again. We both been a very and that was the craziest. That was the aspect of the Super Bowl, bro. It was like it could have went both ways. I'm not gonna lie. You guys were on a run that year, bro. Had an amazing offense, and my defense was amazing. And they just, Peyton Manning, man, he was prone to go out with a championship, man. So, but you shouldn't take it too hard. The Carolina Panther fans, bro. He was a legendary player, man. He was gonna get him another ring. My thing is, bro, when I went into that Super Bowl, I seen Carolina Panthers. They were having a good time, all throughout even the Super Bowl, leading up to the Super Bowl. And it felt like Cam Newton and all them were like, it was a new thing to them. And they were just like, they didn't focus in. It was more of a party. And the team that the Broncos had, bro, they were veterans, bro. Peyton Manning, he wanted them a ring, and that defense was too teed in and locked in. I believe that was the dividing situation, is that the Broncos team, they already had went through a choke against the Seahawks, and I believe that they were not going to do it again, bro. They were like, no, we're teed in. We already went through this. We're not coming back to a Super Bowl to lose again. We have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the dividing aspect, bro. The Panthers team they were on a high horse. You see them fools dancing all year round, bro. They were dab daddy. I remember that fool Cam Newton was dabbing on everybody. And I remember up to the Super Bowl, nobody gave the Broncos a real shot, you know? And I believe that the veteran aspect, vets on that team were like, yeah, we got this. We're gonna get this done. And I believe that was a dividing act, actually. Panther guy, thank y'all for trading. And that was a good aspect too, man. Christian McCaffrey. I thought Christian McCaffrey was coming to Denver because of Ed. I thought Ed McCaffrey was going to get his son to come and be a Bronco when they drafted him. And that's crazy, bro. I was in Kansas City, Missouri when Christian McCaffrey was drafted to the Panthers. I was out there. I had to listen to it on the radio because no draft parties in Kansas City, Missouri. I see. That's the most realist way I've heard a Bronco fan put the respect. Yeah, you know, I try to look at it in different aspects, bro. But like, you know, it's wild, man. You know, it's wild. But you know, much respect to all the real fans out there, man. You know, respect to the real Chief fans. Respect to the real Chief fans. And one last time, respect to the real Chief fans. But all you other fraudulent, bandwagon, Patty Mahomes, homosexuals, you all can go jump off a bridge. You know, what's up, man? What's up, Zab? I represent my team all day. My son's name is... Oh, yeah, bro. Mile high salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Mile high salute to the rider, man. You know, represent, bro. Represent your star. Represent your logo. You know, and never ever, you know, never break weak. Never break weak. I hear fools always say, I'm done with this. I'm not going to ride with this team no more. I've been doing this since 1990 to 1956 and 1989, and I can't do it no more, bro. You mean to tell me you went through all them years of representing that team, and because something goes wrong, now you're not representing the logo no more? Come on, bruh. That's just as bad as that's just as bad as a bandwagon fool to me. We're getting Tom Brady. I'm not a fan of this team no more, but I've been through everything with this team, but now I'm going to throw it out the window because I don't like a player. That's like when Joe Flacco came here, bro. There was Bronco fans that were like, I'm done with this team. I'm never going to root for this team. They're bringing Flacco over here. I'm like, fool, you went through every aspect with this team. This team done brought you championships. You've been a part of parades. You've been a part of prayer rallies. You've been a part of amazing runs with this team. And now you're dropping the team. What's the motive? What's your logic? That's another Niners Bronco connection. See, and that's true, bro. Now that you put it in perspective, Jay Millie, to be honest, there is a lot of connections. There's a lot of connections between the Niners and the Broncos because of just the bloodline, you know, and it's wild, bro, because you guys are big Raider haters too, and I grew up a Raider hater. But you know what's crazy, bro? Over the years of maturing, I will never stop being a Raider hater, but I've came across Raider fans that done showed my channel, done showed my fandom, done respect. I got homies and brothers that are actually Raider fans, right? And on here, even the most they done shown my channel more love than some Bronco fans, bro. And that's mind blowing to me because my whole life, it was always, if you represented the logo of the Raiders, I just there was a bad taste for you, bro, because that was my rivals growing up. You know what I'm saying? But over the years, some Raider fans have actually shown me a lot more love than some Bronco fans, bro, and it's mind blowing to me. Um, that's another Niner Broncos connection. Big ups. I've been subscribed to you for a while. You already know, man. Mall High salute. Keep it 100, bro. Keep it 100. And I guess over the years, bro, that's growing up, bro, and looking at people in the fandom aspect, bro, and I just be like, F them fools. I don't just do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't just do that no more because there's real riders in every fan base. I was telling a story, bro, even about Jay Millie, about your fan base. Your fan base came out here, and that's probably the deepest I ever seen a fan base in Mile High Stadium, bro. You guys were out here deep, out here super deep. But one thing I could say, when I was actually, because me, bro, I got to press the line, bro. I'm pressing the line. I'm still like, I'm going through every 49ers tailgate like Broncos. And them fools are just like, you a crazy Bronco fan, bro. We have respect for you. I was like, that's what's up. And, I was like, man, we both agree on something, though. The Raiders lost today. And it wasn't even a Raider Bronco game. It was a 49er Bronco game, bro. And the food that I actually almost got the heads up was a Raider fan, bro, at the Raider and 49er game. And I'm like, bro, why did you even come over here? I don't know if you came with your Cali homies, and he was so mad because the Raiders had lost that day that, he had a loud mouth, bro. And like, I pressed homie and I was tripping. I was like, come over here, homie, give me my heads. And he won it, but it was a good time, bro. Majority of that tailgate was actually good. And like I said, you guys probably came out here the deepest out of any fan base. And you guys all had respect. I earned a respect for most of the Niners. Question G, what gang controlled the Greeley area of Colorado? Like the neighborhood by the Osage station. There was over there, bro. I remember back in the day in the Yellows and the Reds, that was the projects, my homie. That was like the G's they really pressed the line in their projects by the Osage station, bro. You caught a lot of G's, and then they tore down them projects by Lima Park. And they basically, bro, it's kind of turned into like.
Do you want me to go get lunch?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Taco Bell or something. Or no, I don't, whatever. Yeah. They kind of pressed the line, bro, but they tore down all the projects when they regenification the hood over there. Oh, go ahead. And now it's just like Whiteville. It's college, bro. There ain't even no neighborhood. They moved everybody like west, bro. So you'll catch everybody west of Denver and the metro and even the suburban areas. That's where it's crazy because Denver, the metro, the city of Denver, there's no more really like fools really pressing the line gangbanging aspect. But when you go anywhere like suburbia areas, bro, you catch all the gangbangers. It's wild out here, bro, honestly. At the end of the day, it's game played by grown man. It's about the real ones 100%. You know what it is. Then Seattle came to the NFC kicking up dust and been a problem ever since. Yeah, that's been your biggest rivals. Biggest rivals out there, Jay Millie. But I could say this too, bro. That was another fan base. After they beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl, we started seeing Seahawk fans everywhere. And no disrespect to the real ones, but that was another fan base, like the Kansas City Chiefs, that they got a big handful of new fans. And their reputation is like the media hypes them up to be this fan base that was great. When never, bro, they never were that great. They came great, and it has something to do with how loud their stadium is. But like I was telling the dude, your architect build the stadium to hold in noise. It's not because your fans are just this great fan base that they just make earthquakes. It's because your stadium's built like that. The Mile High Stadium back in the day in the 90s, It was built like that to hold in noise. Them old seats, when everybody used to pound on the old seats, it used to hold in noise. That's why it was so loud on the Mile High Stadium. That's how them stadiums are built. If you switched the Kansas City Chief fans and played them out here, and then switched the Bronco fans to go to to Arrowhead, it would be exactly the same. It's not because your fans are just these loud fans. It's because your stadium's built like that, bro. What's the deal? Long Beach tapping in. What up? What up? What up? LBC to the Denver Metro. You know what it is. Mile High salute. You know what it is. Did your Crip homies ever walked in on you and Lady Sev doing it? Dang, bro, that's an interesting question. Did your homies ever walk in on you and your boyfriend doing it? That's the real question. Bet. Thank you, G. Wondered what gang controlled the area back. Oh, so yeah, it was the G's, bro. It was the G's. The Inca Boys were down the street going towards Denver General. And you know, they used to be the La Pan Boys, homie, and them fools used to actually ride together, and then they foul off. You know, control of the neighborhood, power trips. And then you had the Inca Boys, the G's. But the G's, they had too much territory, bro. And them fools became a big prison factor. That's why their numbers actually, you know, intensified with, you know what I'm saying, the number game. And the Inca Boys, they beefed with everybody in the Denver Metro, Chicano-wise, bro. They had a lot of beef with a lot of hoods. And that's why the Inca Boys right now, you know, they really became extinct because they had too much beef, and the G's just, the numbers went up in the pan and the numbers went up out here too. I grew up in the Aloe projects on Mariposa. Oh yeah. So you know what projects I'm talking about, Robert. Yeah, they were wild. I used to live in the Reds, bro. I used to live right across the street from the park. And when I was over there, bro, it was turned up. But when you go through the city in the Denver Metro now, bro, it's like, it's so sad to see all the project housing and the history just took out of the Denver Metro. You know, I'm from the east side of Denver, and you know the projects over there got taken out a long time ago. There's no in the 5 Points area, bro. It's not the neighborhood no more. It's not the neighborhood we grew up in. You know, Broncos just, or yeah, to the Broncos staff. Oh, he came to the Broncos staff. That's what's up, Rada. Yeah, you already know. But yeah, man, so that's what it is, bro. I'll stay on here for a couple more minutes. I just thought I'd tap in. You know, man, it's wild, bro, to think the football season's honestly gone too, man. It's over with. You know, we got an off season, a long off season. You know, and I had to give myself some time. I had to give myself some time to actually get over this Chief championship. I had my heart in on the Eagles actually winning, man. You know, and it's just like, man, bro. And one big reason, I know a lot of people didn't want Philadelphia Eagles to win. Didn't want Philadelphia to win, bro, because of their fans. But what people don't understand is, bro, I'm not saying the disrespectful aspect of Philly fans are worse than Kansas City Chief fans. But when you're in a division with Kansas City Chief fans and you see how they really are, they're one of the most annoying fan bases because, you know, they've never been anything ever. In our whole life of the NFL, they never been. And they always been, you know, held down by just, not because of anybody else, because they never could get it together. But now they have Patrick Mahomes, and they just, you know, they're like that woman that has a voice now. You know, she don't shut up. She don't shut up. And really, she never had power before. So, you know, now they're letting all their frustrations out. You know, it's the feminine move. It's the feminist movement all the way around. Respect. You already know, man. Mile High salute. We want the ball, and we're going to score. Classic funny moment in the Seattle playoff history. I remember that, bro. I remember that. Totally remember that. I used to live in them bricks houses by the train station. I never knew the G's took over that. I thought it was the West Side Compton Crips to be 100, bro. Was it's crazy to be honest, my homie. Is that the West Side Compton Crips, the front hoods? They actually were more stationed in the East Side, bro. They came straight to the East Side projects back in like the early 90s, homie. The front hoods, the Compton Crips. And them fools, that was more of their area, the 29th and Arapahoe. They were over there deep. But there was actually in the projects that you're talking about, there was some East Side Trey fools that were over there for sure. They Trey Deuce fools. I remember knowing a couple of the little Crip fools over there. But the reason why the G's were kind of deep in that area and like more towards Spear and Denver General is because their neighborhood was right there. So that's kind of their neighborhood. The projects was like, it was more of a mutual projects. Like everybody was in there, but that's where they were. That's where they actually were tapped in, to be honest. I don't know, man. I try to get into them sports leagues, them football leagues, bro. But to be honest, 100%, I never ever could get into like football, like the NFL, bro. It was hard. It's hard because I don't have no history with that team. I never, they're new. So there's no real passion. It's not embedded in me. That's one thing about me, bro. It has to be something that's embedded since a little kid. It's hard for me to actually try to jump into something that I don't really have no ties to. I don't really have no ties. I don't really have no heart for it. It's not nothing it's foreign to me, so I don't even really know nothing about them leagues right there. Was cracking Lucky? Was good with you, my homie? You know what it is. My high salute. Casey broke the Jersey Rocky curse. Yep, they did, bro. They did. What gang member shot the Denver Broncos? I don't want to speak on it too much, bro, but it stems and it's aimed towards pretty much the east side, pretty much. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put it out there all crazy, but yeah, it was some, it was targeted from the east side that actually shot Darrell Williams, rest in peace. But yeah, that was a crazy situation, man. He was it was an unfortunate situation, bro, because he was such a talented player, man, and he was going to get money. And, it was messed up. I was actually locked up. In the penitentiary when that happened. And I remember the Broncos, they could have got in the playoffs and they lost to the 49ers, talking about Jay Millie. They lost to the 49ers in 2007, bro. And then that night, Darrell Williams ends up dead. And it was behind some crazy situations like pride and, fools acting like their money was this and that. And then it all went down, bro. And that youngster lost his life. He was a good player, man. Weren't the NSMs that shot them? Nah, it wasn't the NSMs, Brody. Nah. It was more of the East Siders, bro. Some fools from the East Denver, But yeah, it was unfortunate, bro, because like I really liked Darrell Williams. He was a good player. He really actually earned his money. He was going to get a contract. But that's why, like, a lot of times, like when you make something of yourself, you have to separate from every aspect of that lifestyle. It doesn't mix. It's like water and oil, bro. You have to separate. You can't have anybody around that might bring them negative situations. I was in Colorado prisons as well. When did that happen? 2007, bro. It happened in 2007. He got killed that New Year's. Derek Carr just got released. But yeah, I think he's going to the Jets, Shy. And it's crazy, man, because, there's always some negativity that's around the corner, but when you're making that much money, you got to that's why I kind of stopped going to the clubs, bro, because it don't matter. Like nowadays, you can be peaceful. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back.
I love you.
Can you come keep me?
Can you bring it?
Yeah, I guess.
Can you bring the mouse in here at least?
What the hell am I on?
Oh, I'll go in there. Hold up. Give me like a minute.
Bring it.
like that's why I stopped going to clubs, bro, because it's just too many people that are out there pumping their chest. And like you will be pulled into some unfortunate situations, bro, because people don't care about your
I got
peace.
it. I got it.
They don't care about your peace, man. And out here, especially in Denver, I know it's not like it's not the murder capital. It's not the murder capital. It's not none of that. But we do got some hard heads that don't care. There's youngsters out here that they're out here to prove points, and there's youngsters out here that will chip you off over the smallest situations. I'll tell you now, the new generation, you're not gonna get the heads up. There's no fade sessions like when I was growing up. You know, I watched it last year, and it looks pretty promising. And The Rock and his ex got the XFL now, so I'll be watching. But what teams though? Is there any teams? What teams? What states have the teams over there? I'll check it out if it's cool. That'd be dope. Yeah, I was in 4 Mile, I think, or Buena Vista when he got killed. Yeah, I was in Crowley, bro, when he got killed, and it was crazy because I woke up to it. I woke up to that aspect, and that was one of the main reasons. To be truthful, that was one of the main reasons why that fool Brandon Marshall from the Broncos, he wanted to leave Denver. Because after that, people were tripping with him, and it was wild, man. I had an 11-year-old pull a gun on me. No, no honor anymore. Yeah, and what's messed up about it, my homie Robert, is you can't really blame the youngsters though, man, because the older fools don't teach. The older fools are not teaching out here. There's no mentors, homie. It's all about, what people, the mentors are rappers, bro. And what are the rappers doing? They're glorifying the drill scene. They're glorifying being this top gangster. And I always stress it, bro. Like, being a gangster is overrated, bro. Being a gangster is hella overrated. Any gangster I know, anybody that really bangs, if they had another opportunity to change their life, they would have changed it. Definitely. They would have changed it and changed up everything about themselves. Yeah, all the prisoners I know, everybody that's doing real life sentences for murders, they said, hey, I wish I could have changed my life when I was younger. Not, they're not teaching that. Any real gangster is they're going to try to, put a light to people's eyes and youngsters, bro, because it's just, you don't ever want to see youngsters go down that road. You don't want to see them ruin their lives. There was a situation just recently in the city of Denver, bro. Some 12-year-old kid just got killed messing around with that life, man. And it's wild. It's wild to think, fam. But I'll stay on here for like a couple more minutes and I'm gonna tap off. I gotta get some food in the system to head off to this gym. Um, but yeah, that's what it is, bro. Hey y'all, definitely, man. I'm changing up a little bit of the content on my channel too. Um, tap into it, bro. Give me some ideas, and thoughts, man. Sevlok's Hood Tales 2.0. You know, because I think honestly, bro, like not just there's the format that I have is sports, and I love sports, and definitely I'll always keep it sports related. But I think honestly, my goal for my channel is to reach the youngsters, bro, and shine some light to different things, um, and I'm to a part of my life, bro. Like, okay, so I've been doing the sports channel for a long time, bro. Like since I've been on YouTube, that's what I conducted my channel around is sports, But the homie told me also, he said, you know, your channel is only gonna be popping when the sports is really popping, and if you can't, if there's not something to talk about every day with the sports, then your channel kind of just aspect it kind of dies down and it kind of just becomes stagnant. But my testimony, bro, there's a million things you could talk about. There's a million things that you could talk about. Not sure about the teams, but I see they went through a draft, training camp, and practice, and hopefully it's good production. Unlike, well, I hope if they do, bro, they get the referees right. They get some refs right, bro, because this referee situation, um, it's all bad, bro. It can be a terrible aspect, man. You know, the referees in the NFL, man, they need to take classes. They need to. If I think honestly, bro, I think if the referees took classes and they were fined for bad calls, I think the referee game would be a 10 times more better. Because sometimes, bro, that them games, you be like, what's going on in this game, bro? Did these fools just call it this measly flag? Come on, bro. We see through it. Real fans that know this football game, we see through it. You remember back in the day, they wouldn't call no flags for anything. And to the new fans of the new era, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, when we were growing up, the back in the day when football was football, you could abuse each other downfield. You could abuse quarterbacks. Nowadays you got a little push out of balance and it's called a late hit on the quarterback. Oh, man. I'm not sure teams. Oh, yeah. NFL, WWE, tapping in, says, speaking facts and pressing the real talk, sports and life. Keep pushing all day. Mall High salutes to the homie Mall High. You know what it is, bro. It's all we could do, you know. And now the quarterback slides and can't be touched. And that all, I'm not even going to lie, that all started from Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and now the golden boy, Patrick Mahomes. He's going to get all the calls, And like what I said, the video and life, the live stream before this, the other AFC West teams have to find a foundation where they could take that aspect out, because the way it's going now, Patrick Mahomes is the poster boy for the NFL, and he's gonna get aspects where they try to push him to these title games. And if you don't have a foundation and you're not playing flawless free, he's going to get to the Super Bowl, and that's just the hard facts. I'm in the division with him. I know firsthand. I know with my own eyes. I know what I've experienced with Broncos and Kansas City Chiefs games in the Patrick Mahomes era. So, but what could you do about it, man? So that's what it is, bro. But if you guys have any the young toter, if you guys have any requested videos, definitely, bro, hit me up with request videos too. I do request, bro, and that's a segment that I'm gonna get to on my channel, bro. Just raw and uncut, request videos. I don't have really I can't really get into like cases and detailed cases, but I do what I can, and it'll be some good content. Honestly, we should do a live together. Let's go, Jay Millie. I'm always prone to actually get it popping like that, bro. I got to get my StreamYard. Back up and running, fam. They took it from me, so I'm gonna try to get that up and running, bro. But we should collab for sure, definitely. We should do a lot together about sports, the streets. I respect it, your knowledge, and the fact that you're a real one. And we both, yeah. We definitely could, you know what I'm saying, collab. Plus, I don't have no aspect, like no disrespect for other politics, but we can talk the same language, homie. Because I catch it with the communities and the foods that I network already in that type of lifestyle. Their politics are a little different. So when we talk, it's more of a aspect that, we can talk the same lingo, so. But yeah, I'm definitely down to do that collab for sure, bro. Let's get it. I'll send you my contact, where we could chop it up. You know what I'm saying, on text message or whatever. But this is the little homie. We gonna tap out, man. We gonna get it together. We gonna eat a little something, and you know what it is, bro. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. My high salute to the real ones, and I'm gonna tap in with y'all already.